And welcome back to my channel, folks. This is your boy FlyIsland guy. I know it's probably pretty weird to see me starting a flight where I'm actually taxiing already, but I just want to try and get up in the air as fast as possible, to be honest. So as I mentioned before, I've been having an issue with crashes to desktops, in the game. Don't know what's causing it, but what the pattern that I have seen is definitely that it's some with the CJ4. I don't know if there's some kind of incompatibility with the CJ4. Don't know what it is, but I'm really getting the crashes when I'm flying this plane. So I don't really know necessarily what triggers it, but I've had about 4 or 5 crashes already, and each time is when I was flying the CJ4. Having said that, we are back in Basel today, and we are quickly heading for takeoff. Going to be heading over to the infamous Manchester airport in England, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to complete this flight. No idea. It's the second time I'm trying it now. But let's hope that the flight simulator gods deem it necessary for us to complete this flight today. As you can see, it's a bit of a slightly foggy morning here in Basel. We have some low-lying clouds, and once we get into the air, we'll check out the weather for Manchester. I've also installed a third-party scenery in Manchester as well, and I'm hoping that we'll have the chance to actually enjoy it. So we shall see what happens. I also said a while back that I had a little surprise for you guys. Well, I don't know if that's going to pan out anytime soon, so I'm just going to tell you what it was. Essentially, I had bought a new video card. Finally got a 3080 Ti, and so I was looking forward to showing it on the web page. Sorry, on the YouTube page. Kind of with some updated graphics, something a little better. But UPS had other plans, so essentially the card is lost right now. I had got a notification that it was delivered, but when I went to go pick it up, it's not there. So not too sure where it is right now, and I opened a claim with UPS to see if they could find out what's going on, because of course, as you know, buying cards right now is super expensive, extremely expensive, and for me that was really just an investment in my channel, but I have no idea when I'm going to be getting it. So there's that. And then on top of that, I have to work this weekend as well, which makes life even more sucky. So anyways, here we are lined up on runway 15. We are pretty much good to go and go into takeoff mode. Alright. This is up. Landing lights are on. And away we go, folks. Let's hope you don't crash shortly after takeoff, or the game doesn't crash shortly after takeoff, which is what I've been experiencing. Sorry, that was my fault. Rotate speed today is 100 knots, which we're going to hit very quickly. 100, rotate.
Airport time lock.
Gear up. So you can see the low-lying clouds there over Basel. And I'm going to go to climb thrust. Let's try and get a view of Basel on the left. See if it looks any better than before. Barely, but not really. It still looks crappy. Alright. Autopilot on. Let's go nav mode. Flight level change. And we can go to 250 knots. Or close to it. Flap 0. Yeah, so if I'm sounding very dull today, that's why. Yeah, between the game crashing on like my favorite aircraft to fly, and the card not being here, yeah, I'm not in the best of moods right now. Anyway, let's see how this flight goes. I would love to be able to complete it, but you know, if life happens and we don't, well, it is what it is. Alright. Heading up towards 10,000 feet, so I'm going to keep an eye on there. But what I will do is just check the transition altitude here in Basel, which is 7,000 feet. So we can go ahead and switch to standard altimeter. 299.2 is set. And we've also hit 10,000 feet. Look at me looking up top to switch the landing lights off. Not the CRJ, my friend. Landing lights can come off. Overall, the flight today, we're looking at about 1 hour 30 minutes to Manchester. And while we're here, I'm going to pull up the weather in Manchester. Just to see kind of what we're going to be dealing with once we get there. Not going straight to windy.com yet. We're looking at MVFR conditions, so it's going to be a bit of a low ceiling. 16 degrees C, winds out of 250 at 6 knots. So if you're not familiar with MVFR conditions, that basically means there's down to like 500 feet, I believe what it is. There's supposed to be cloud cover. However, windy.com has shown things to be very clear over the UK right now. So I'm not seeing, definitely not rain there. Cloud cover, yeah, cloud cover is a little on the thicker side, but it's still not too bad. I could imagine since this is a morning flight, that means we're probably going to be experiencing some fog when we get there. That's alright though. Cruise altitude today is going to be 43,000 feet. Let's see if we can get up there. I mean, I've been up that high before in the CJ4, but we shall see. If not, I'll just cruise at a slightly lower altitude. That will help things out. But we shall see what happens. As I said, overall, I'm a little bummed out about that 3080 Ti. I know that there's going to be a huge bump in performance for me, despite the fact that I'm running the 9600K, although mine is overclocked, so that should help things a little bit, but it should see a significant performance boost. And then I could also start releasing the video in higher quality as well. So I don't think I'm going to be going to 4K or anything like that, but definitely the plan is to eventually get like a 1440p monitor, so start releasing videos of 1440p as well. We'll see how things go with that though. Having said that, my plan at the moment is I'm going to be kind of heading out of town again for another couple weeks, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks in the next little bit. So I'm going to try and record as much videos as I can over the next week or two, so that I could do what I did last time, just kind of drip release those videos while I'm out there. Alright, we're going to continue climbing. We shall see how things go. If I can get to Manchester, which I really hope I can. I'm looking forward to showing you guys the updated scenery there. I did download the scenery I purchased the scenery that's currently in the store right now. If you're interested in getting it, so just go on the Microsoft store, type in EGCC or Manchester. You should find the scenery there. So I don't know how long it's been in the store for, because I don't really purchase scenery too often. But I couldn't find any freeware for it, and nowadays I really want to give you guys a better experience when we're going places, rather than always having the default scenery. Giving you guys, some nicer scenery to come to. Just realized I set the altitude wrong. I set it to 33,000 instead of 43,000. But we shall see how it goes. We're still climbing pretty steadily at 2,000 feet, and we're holding 250 knots pretty good still. If it can't hold this rate of speed or this climb, then I might just kind of decrease, or I might do it. Kind of decrease our speed a bit. Maybe 230 knots. And so you can see when you decrease your speed, your vertical speed increases a little bit. Well, it did for a sec there. But yeah, we shall see how it goes. Alright, so I'm going to disappear for a little bit, and when I come back, hopefully my computer loves me and the sim loves me, and we will make it into Manchester. So we shall be on descent. So I shall talk to you guys then. I shall be right back. This is your boy FlyIsland Guy. I'm out. And welcome back, everyone. We have started our descent into Manchester. As you can see, you look out the right side of the plane, there's some extremely grainy clouds off in the distance. God, I hate these clouds. But anyway, so let's out to the flight deck and see what's going on there. Alright, so we are at 19,000 feet and descending. Let's just take a quick look at the approach for today. So we're going to be doing the Dan 2A arrival into Manchester, and from there we're going to be doing the runway 5 right ILS approach, which is pretty much going to take us pretty much over the airport, and then we're going to head out on bearing 218 for, I don't know how many, I gotta see, oh, well, 11.7 DME, but I think pretty much our flight plan already kind of has this kind of arc away from the airport already in there, so we're just going to kind of be following our flight plan. We're descending down to 3,000 feet, and then we're going to make the right turn and capture the localizer and just follow that down to the runway. There's a little bit of information we still need to put in, so let's go ahead and do that. And after I've done that, I'm just going to pray that the sim doesn't crash. Weather-wise, let's see. Let me bring up the weather real quick. I'm not going to bring it up on the screen. I'm just going to bring it up over here on my other monitor. Let's see what the weather's saying in Manchester EGCC. I cannot type today. Alright, so things haven't changed much. We're looking at 220, winds out of 220 at 5 knots. And the temperature is 17 degrees C. QNH is 299.4. Oops. Perfect. So V approach is going to be 108. V ref is 101. We're at 16,000 feet now. We're going to be heading down into this thick layer of clouds. The airport right now is still reporting MVFR conditions. And I'm just going to look up what MVFR means again. MVFR is marginal visual flight rules. So this is just in Google, just did a quick Google search. So in an aviation product, so MVFR, or marginal visual flight rules, in an aviation product refers to the general weather conditions pilots can experience at the surface. VFR stands for visual flight rules, and MVFR means minimum or marginal visual flight rules. MVFR criteria means a ceiling between 1,000 and 3,000 feet and or 3 to 5 miles visibility. So clouds are going to be a little lower, and just looking outside, that seems to be the case. And don't 100% mind. I feel a little more comfortable doing these approaches, these ILS approaches, in the CJ4 anyway. This is the CRJ, I'd be a little more nervous. What I will do though is go ahead and tune the ILS. What's saying? Sorry, the localizer. It says the localizer will be tuned. Let's see if it actually is. Localizer is 111.55. We'll put it in there. And I normally just like to put it in both nav 1 and nav 2. And set that to auto. Alright, the next thing to set up is going to be our minimums. So for this approach, our minimums for the ILS approach is going to be 386 feet. So let's get that in. I'm trying to remember how to do it. Go here. Oops. 386 feet. So we get that nice little minimums call. Oh my god. I just said it. .390 feet will do. Thought it froze up just now and had a mini heart attack. Alright, loc 1 is active, well tuned I guess. It's showing up there. And I'm going to go ahead and just get our landing lights on. And our strobes. Let's act like the strobes was on all this time. I always forget to turn it on. Okay. And I'll set our VREF and V approach speeds. V approach is 108. VREF is 100. Alright, take that. And we can go ahead and close it. So we're just crossing through the clouds now. As you know, Manchester is a very, let's say, famous airport. One of the more popular airports in the UK. So I'd say the ones that I hear about the most are like Heathrow, Gatwick, Manchester, and I believe there's like another one. But I know that Manchester is a very, it's an airport that's pretty famous for plane spotting. So that's how I know about it. That's how I've seen the name. Continuing our descent through the clouds, as you can see, it's a very, very dense cloud layers right now. And I absolutely love a good dense cloud layer. We're getting down, we're below 9,000 feet now, and once we reach 5,000, I'm going to switch over to 299 or 4. And if you look right here at the flight plan, it's pretty much mirroring the approach that was supposed to be taken. So I guess, can you rotate this? Okay, close enough. But this is, we're going to be matching pretty much this, right? So this is us right here, coming down heading towards the airport. We're going to be flying over top. And then we're going to be doing that left turn, heading out, and then coming back around. So as you can see, we passed through another layer of clouds, and there's another dense layer below that. So we are feeling a little bit of chop. I'm going to go ahead and let the passengers know that we're getting ready to land. And of course, if you've flown yourself, you know that you can feel when the plane is descending. You can feel when it's getting fairly low. So they should already know, but let's go ahead and brief them.
May I have your attention, please? We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, stow tables, secure luggage, and loose articles. Return your seat to the upright and outboard position. Extend your headrest and fasten your lap belt and shoulder harness. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder harness securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop in the parking area. Thank you.
So I've gone ahead and gone flaps 15. See a little bit of break in the clouds below. Something tells me we're going to spend a good amount of time just sitting in the clouds. Now, I'm sending up a bunch of prayers for this approach. I really don't want things to go wrong since the flight we've gotten through most of the flight. This is an on-air flight, and it didn't really say what we were doing before, but we're actually carrying a group of adventure seekers. You could say that we are bringing them back from Basel into the UK. Just 6 of them, so hope they enjoy themselves, and we're going to hope to try and give them a smooth landing here in Manchester. Alright, so we've slowed down our rate of descent a lot. We're only doing about 500 feet per minute, if that. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit. You don't need to be moving this slow. Alright. Send prayers up, folks, that we're able to get down in one piece. I really don't want this flight to crash at the last minute. I know I keep talking about it, and they say you shouldn't put stuff out into the air like that, but, you know, I'm a bit of a pessimist. Alright, so we should be pretty much over Manchester now. Or Manchester Airport. Yep, so you see the airport below us. Alright, so we're coming to 5,000 feet. Just about, so I'm going to go ahead and set our altimeter, which isn't much to do. 29904. And let's go.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Flaps 35.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Don't know if there's a gear
Landing
inhibit
gear.
warning.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Let's
Landing
see.
gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I just don't want to put my gear
Landing
down
gear.
yet, but
Landing gear.
we might have a
Landing gear.
choice.
Landing gear.
You know what?
Landing gear.
Let's just go back flaps 15 for now. So we are coming through the clouds now. This is where things get pretty exciting for me. And that the weather was fairly accurate, to say the least. Because we're going to get down to close to 3,000 feet, and we're still going to be pretty in the thick of the clouds. So definitely MVFR conditions. Yeah, my clouds look horrible. But hopefully if we can get on the ground, there'll be a nice view at Manchester Airport. Get a chance to really get a good glance at that scenery. And I just really enjoy flying the CJ4. To me, it really gives me the best of both worlds in terms of oh, these water. Look at this cloud, it's like shimmering. What the hell? That looks crazy. Oh my god, that looks gross. Anyway, sorry, as I was saying, my apologies. Yeah, so the CRJ, flying the CRJ, you really get like that balance between the performance and range of a jet, but like the ease of use of a you know, turboprop. Not even a turboprop, even something smaller.
Altitude.
Forgetting the name of the engines. I was gonna say piston, but that feels wrong. But like, let's say like a Cessna, or like a Cessna 172, or even like the BN2 Islander. Like, I feel the ease of use when I fly this plane compared to one of those. Like they handle very well. Very forgiving. I find, let's say, like the CRJ tends to sort of like fall out the sky like a stone when you're coming in for landing and you go fully configured. You have to apply a good amount of power to kind of keep it on a proper descent path. Yeah, this plane, a little bit of power, good to go. You just gotta kind of watch your speed, because it does lose airspeed pretty quick as well, but it doesn't feel like it's falling out the sky like the CRJ. Just gonna get the icing one as well. And let's see. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit on our map. So as I said before, we're kind of just in the clouds, just chilling, flying our approach, which for passengers is probably really scary when you can't really see anything. No clouds, no ground. You don't see much on the ground. It's there if you look carefully, but for the most part, this is pretty much IMC conditions. Alright, so once this plane settles on the flight plan, I am going to go. I'll switch to Loc 1. It's finally settled, so nav mode is Loc 1. You hit approach mode as well. You can see the glide slope diamond is active. And localizer is active now as well. One dot above.
Landing gear.
Gonna
Landing
go
gear.
full flaps and gear down. Losing a ton of airspeed. Just gonna keep an eye on that. Alright. Let's switch off the passenger briefing. All we need to do now is just keep an eye on our airspeed as we head in for landing. Hopefully the airport will be showing up ahead of us. I'm going to just look at runway 5 right. If we go missed, we have to turn to heading 186 and climb to 3,500 feet. So just going to dial in 3,500 feet. Which you already have. Alright, so true IMC conditions on landing, folks. It looks like we're about to come out of the clouds now. This is the moment of truth here. So I'm just kind of watching our airspeed right now. We're just a little bit above our approach speed. Don't want to dip too low below it though. We are bang on the glide slope, and I think that's the runway coming up right in front of us. Yes, it is. So I've actually been here once before, just not with the updated scenery. So I did do one flight here a long time ago. Alright. Runway is in front of us. I'm just going to double check where we should be going once we land. All of the terminals and all the good stuff are off to our left. And yeah, woo, dropping too low. Alright, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. Go. We are 2 whites, 2 reds. A little bit above our approach speed, but nothing crazy.
Wind 260 at 8 knots.
Thanks a lot. And since we're well below the clouds, I'm going to go
Autopilot.
autopilot disconnect. I got controls. Dropping a little below the glide slope, so just applying a little power.
Minimums.
Continuing. Beautiful. Right over the top. Center line and long runway, so I'm just going to kind of milk this a little bit. Very left of the runway now.
Landing time log.
We've landed. Kind of curious to see if my spoilers are up. They're not, so that's still not working. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester Airport. The newly redone Manchester Airport, that is. Alright, so we'll turn off here. Alright, so I'm gonna go flaps up and strobes and landing lights can come off. Guess taxi lights can come on though. And we just need to make it just a little further. So the business apron is kind of right in front of us. Alright, beautifully done airport though. As you can see, man, sometimes you just can't beat payware. This looks good though. Alright, I think we go left here. I'm not 100% sure where to go. like I'm going right past it. Alright, let's come here. See this TBM parked right here. Am I gonna get a marshal? Nope, they're just standing there. Alright, we're gonna come inside here. And we're just gonna park right here. Since we're not getting a marshal, he's just standing around scratching his butt. Alright folks, and I am extremely happy. I'm just gonna hurry up and cut these engines.
Engine off time log. Flight is finished. It has been monitored by On Air.
Beautiful. Alright, so I think everything is up. Boom. Alright. So that is it, folks. The flight has ended and everything is done here. Let's just get the plane off. These can come off. And let's see. Avionics to turn off. Alright. What we'll do is just take a quick look at Manchester Airport and see what it's all about. See how it looks. I've honestly never been here before. Don't know too much about it, but this is looking amazing. Can't wait to fly something bigger here. As I said, this is payware that is in the store. So I don't remember it being too expensive. I think it was maybe about I don't know, $10 or $12 Canadian. I could be way off because I purchased it a couple days ago really quickly. At worst, it was probably like about 20. No, I think it was like 20, 25. I think it was around there. The only bad thing about payware is unless you fly there all the time, it might feel like a little bit of a waste of money. So because of that, I'm going to make sure I come into Manchester as much as possible while we're doing the European tour. But yeah, this looks awesome, man. Alright, parking garage over here as well. Cool. There's definitely like an increase in quality versus the payware. You do have quality payware airports out there, like the Faroe Islands airport that we went to was really good. It was really good quality and it was freeware. But definitely with payware you can kind of see they put a little more effort into it. Because obviously they want to get paid for it. So very, very cool. We are parked somewhere out here. And that's it, folks. So I'm going to be back with a new flight. And as I said, I'm planning on kind of being out of province in the next couple weeks. So I'm going to make a concerted effort to record very often, so that there's going to be content for you guys while I'm gone. So thank you very much for supporting. Shout out to the new subs. I see you out there. Looking forward to interacting with you. In the meantime, this is your boy FlyIsland Guy. I'll catch you next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe, and most of all, stay fly. I'm out. Peace.